Mr. Truck down in the hole in some big rock by Bunn's school, and not too far from, I don't know if it's Drake or whatever town it is, not too far from Estes. But it's Kent and Kelsey with the MrTruck.com review, and now we are reviewing the 2019 Ram Rebel. I really like this truck. Got a 2-inch airlift. You can go coils. Got so much stuff. How much power does this have, Kelsey?
We have 395 horsepower to 410 foot-pounds of torque.
Oh yeah, with an 8-speed automatic, and we're climbing some hills, and Kelsey's scaring me, and I'm sick to my stomach. I only fell down once, threw the camera down the trail, but it's fun. We're going to have fun, and this is a really good trail. Got high and low, and you got tough and easy, and there's even an airplane crash somewhere up on top of this hill. But what do you think? You like the Rebel?
I like the Rebel. So far, so good.
Well, you're a Dodge Ram lady, so gotta do. I love the interior. I mean, this is doing really well. I'm not sure if we've got it up to all the 2 inches in. We're still playing with the controls, but we've got over some pretty big boulders and rocks, and she's climbing down a big rock plate shelf, and she knows what she's doing. So this is how you have fun in the Rockies. So come join us for the rest of the review. This is Chris Heil, and this is Kelsey's husband, and you are 6 foot how tall?
6'4".
6'4". Well, you got leg room there. This is that 4-inch bigger cab. It looks like you're comfortable. You're not even touching the ceiling yet.
Not quite.
Oh, you're doing good. No, well, the Rebel doesn't have the sliding back seat, but the Limited does. But you think you got enough room in there, huh?
I think I could go on a really long road trip back here and be very comfortable the whole way.
Well, it's good. You got a lot of knee room. You got not all thigh support, but that's hard to get these seats up unless you can push your legs forward. That's how I would ride. That'd be more comfortable like that. Well, that's cool. Yeah.
I even got a center console, some cup holders.
Yeah, each configuration is a little different. I think it's got a power slider. It's got this big giant moonroof, which I need to open up, but yeah. And then and then the front, this console here, it's got a place to put a little pad in there, but you got to look inside the front console. That's what's cool. The center console's always amazed me on this one. On this Rebel, this slides back and forth where you want to lock it, and then down here there's a lever, a little thing that lifts up. It's already up.
I already put it up.
And that keeps it from moving too far. But then fold that back down. And see the pictures of the trucks on there? There's 4 different trucks. Goes to the heritage of the Ram model. Now look up on this thing right there. Shows you how to build a house. Shows you all your degrees and your angles. So just in case you use this to build your house. It's all there, but that's so cool. Yeah,
plenty of USB ports.
Oh, it does, and it's got the fast ones and the regular ones. The USB-Cs and the other ones, they're all over the place.
Got 2 more back here of each.
Oh, it's got, it does, and it's got the bigger knobs. This is one of the best layouts I've seen on a truck. You got the bigger knobs, and actually the shift knob is really cool. It shows you 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, neutral, hill descent, and that's where you lock your rear differential, all right by the knob, which is really convenient. But I love the interior. This is my favorite interior. They got the old tire imprints on the front seats. You got this red accent. I'm not sure what that red's called. If it's blood red or what it is, but that is everywhere. It's got like a graphite looking piece in the doors.
Kind of diamond blade-ish.
Yeah. And look at his threads. You got a red and white, not combined, but 2 different separate thread styles, which is cool.
It's on the seats too.
You got the big ram on the mud flaps. But this thing has so much room. But yeah. Where's the moonroof? Run that moonroof, Kelsey.
This moonroof.
Yeah, they're up on top. That'll give us some light on Chris so we can see what he looks like. All the way back. There you are. That is so cool. You can see all the deer in the mountains. But yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you can slide that puppy.
It's got the windscreen too.
I probably need to look up and see what this color is called for the back of the seats and the side of the seats, but it's awesome.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't even think it says on there, but
I love red and black together.
Yeah, they do. They are a very good combination.
Interior color, black and red.
Black and red. I just call it red, but it looks like a blood red or something. It's even got treads. I didn't think the back seat had treads, but they do. Pretty cool. Speakers all over the place. Yeah, got a 1-inch bigger door front and back, but yeah, that's the big thing. Shoot, now I'm going to have to get a Laramie to get that reclining back seat. That blows my mind. But yeah, quite impressive truck. It's a subtle truck. A lot of things on it you don't just see instantly until somebody explains it to you. Like the Chevy, I can look at the new 2019 Chevy and I can tell you all the stuff just looking at it. But on the Ram, we lost the crossbow, but you don't know that Rebels already had a different grill. But it's on this particular model. If you don't know that the seats are bigger, if you don't know that the box is a little deeper, or the headlights are different, or the back bumper is a little different, you would have a hard time spotting a 19 from an 18 on the road. But I do think the windshield, the glass is a little smaller.
It's smaller than my 1500.
Yeah. What year's yours?
17.
17. So I think so too. I noticed that. Of course, this has that big power dome hood on it, but top of the windshield is a little lower. Which we'll see. Remind me to look at that when we're looking at traffic lights to see if you have to be back further like you do on an H1 or a Jeep or something, or an H2 or a Jeep. But keep adding stuff up here. Look at all the controls they have in the roof.
It's actually a pretty nice setup control-wise.
Yeah, it is. Now, that's weird. You used to be, they were the ones who invented pushing on the light to turn it on, and now they've gotten to where you got to have a button. Now, they like that pushing on the light thing. Here, when this one, we've got the 8.4 screen. There is an optional 12-inch screen. They do a lot of redundant systems, even on the smaller screen. You can push stuff on the screen, or you can use one of the buttons down here. I love these bigger knobs. This layout's probably one of my favorite layouts. The way the dash is, all the controls there, the numbers in there, if you go digital, are very crisp. Yep, this is an awesome truck. And hopefully, if you go to buy one of these, you can get with a salesperson who knows something about them, because there's so much stuff to show on it that you may not even see. Now, you'll really notice if it's not a Rebel and doesn't have that Rebel grill on it, that it's a 19. But on this one, you got to look at the size of the doors, the rear bumper, the headlights. All that's giveaways with a 19 model. Well, it's the right size, and they got tilt and telescope now.
It's still manual on this one.
Yeah, it's manual. Yeah, I bet the Limited probably has somebody comes in and cranks it for you or something.
Somebody cranks it for you.
Yeah, but no, this is very comfortable truck. These are the new mirrors. These are they're not the towing mirrors. This is the standard mirror, which is a little bigger than it was. And I like it. You can see a trailer pretty well with it, and it has a spotter mirror on each side. I just wish the spotter mirror was down the bottom corner on the right side, but that's where they put them, because I use them to see my trailer tires when I go around a corner. I can see if they're going flat. I can see if I'm hitting the curb, all those things. But these are decent mirrors. They stand out quite a ways. Find out what in the world that is. It's on the door too, but it's really cool. It is shiny.
On the back of the center console too.
Oh yeah, it's the cool stuff. Whatever it is. Scenery while we're driving around here, since I don't have. Holy cow! That motorcycle is buzzing around there. 2 of them. Whoa! Bicycles, motorcycles.
Everything's going to play.
Oh, look at that motorcycle zipping by you. So how many of these Dodge Ram trucks do you have?
We have the white one, the gray one, my black one. The Ford now has a Cummins motor in it. I'm trying to think of, the Farm has a 1500, the Farm has a 2500, a 3500, and we are waiting to get a new one for the Farm also.
Oh, Kelsey, the 2019 Ram Rebel. And I'm really starting to like these rascals. When I first came out, I only had that 1 inch left on the air ride. And I thought, 1 inch, what is 1 inch? I was not impressed. But now I am. This new 19, they've done all the things. I mean, I've always liked the interior. It's my favorite interior of any truck. Not just Ram, any truck. I love it. I love the accents. I love the seat the tire track and the seats.
The stitching.
But, yeah, it's gorgeous. But now they got a 2-inch lift. So they got a number 1 and number 2 for off-roading. So a 2-inch lift now, I'm impressed. That's something real. And then you got, you know, if you can go 4-wheel shocks, you can go coil now, you can go crew cab, you can go quad cab, all these new options that they have on this. These big 33-inch Goodyear Wrangler, I think they're called a Duratec, really aggressive tire. So, you know, I've done a few things out in Arizona with them. They're very impressive. We're going to go do some off-roading today and see just how bad Kelsey scares me. Because she likes off-roading faster than I do. I'm an old man. But anyway, so this is such a quiet truck. I mean, they've really improved it. They made it. One of the big problems that Ram had over the years was safety. The Insurance Institute of Safety, when they did their tests, they didn't come out very well. Neither did Chevy. Ford's the only one that actually looked good in those tests. And now what Ram has done, they put these spraying the spraying frame rails go out to the side. They can absorb more shock, stronger frame, and then behind the front tires they have a tire block. Because that was a problem with the crash test, is that tire could come in and land on your legs. So they've done all that to make it a much safer truck, and I'm really impressed with it. But you know, they've done a good insulation package on it. Everything seals up well. It just looks like a well-made truck, and it sounds like a well-made truck. And it's as quiet as any truck out there. And this has the Hemi, the 5.7, and the 8-speed automatic. I'm even used to the dial now. The dial shifter, I actually like it now. I think that makes more sense than the column shifter. It took me a long time to warm up to that, but this is a mighty fine truck. A lot of different options. I mean, you can get so many crazy things. We thought the Rebel might have the reclining back seats. It doesn't. You have to go to the Limited and to get that back 8-degree recline back there. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. I wish they had it on all the models because I would go for that.
But the room in the back seat is huge. There's so much room in the back seat.
Right. This is that 4-inch longer cab, and you know, so each door is an inch bigger, a little more room to get in it. And yeah, an unbelievable room on the floor back there. It's a nice flat floor, so you can load a lot of big objects in there. You can fill this full of everything. We'll have to open those seats up and see how that management works back there. And they got some good storage management in the back of this bed. We are hauling in here our new Honda TRX 250X. It's like a sport quad. And in this 5'5" bed, now this is, they'll call it a 5.7, and it is if you go down below the front rail. It actually measures 5'7". If you go up to the rail, it measures closer to 5'6". But this, which is a mid-size ATV, fits in there. The back tires touch the tailgate, and the front rail is about an inch away from the front bar there in the bulkhead of the bed. But so you can do a lot of stuff with this truck. I'm not sure if it's available on longer bed or not. I've got to look that up. But it's trying to figure out what the towing is on this, and it's really hard to find a Rebel in there on the websites, on the Ram website. So what I think it is around a 1,520-pound payload and a 10,170 trailer towing. I think that's what it is. But this, with that extra 2-inch lift, you know, the off-road things and all the skid plates, all the things they do to this to make it an off-road truck, it could lower that towing package. It may be closer to 10,000 or even under. So I've got to find that out. I couldn't find it easily. But yeah, it's a lot of subtle changes, and there's other changes that, you know, just come right out and get you, like the screen.
It doesn't feel like I'm going as fast as I am.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. And, you know,
I don't even hardly hear any road noise.
Yeah, it's
Every
sealed
once
up
in a while
good
I
on the
hear some
doors.
wind, but it's really quiet.
Yes, indeed, I think the Bighorn is actually went down in price, and then a lot of them went up a little bit. Yeah, the base price on this, if you were getting the real base, which would probably be the quad cab and 4-wheel drive, was $47,495. Now we're getting close to my bid price. The bid utility is $300. Level 2 equipment's $3,000. The air suspension is $1,795.
Wow. Sorry.
I think if this with the off-road package and even a coiled, you get a 1-inch lift with that. So they have an off-road package that does a lot of that, Bilstein Shocks and the skid plates. And this truck has a lot of skid plates on it. It's got the big nose skid plates, which I always liked. So you're pretty well protected in this. I took up a few off-road places. We're going to be taking on some rocks today. But It's an 18-inch wheel, 33-inch tall tires. Really got good cargo management in the back. It's got the railing on the side, and I will demonstrate with you those new. The floor storage is bigger on this.
Well, the floor storage also folds flat too, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, the floor is flat. The other one had a hump in it, did it? Like yours has a hump back
Like
there?
the storage area is all defined. You can't lay it flat. And I think this one lays flat.
Oh, okay.
We'll check and see.
Yeah,
for you
we'll pull up
guys.
the mats and look at that, Peppy. Okay, let's see. Ram, actually for 19, put in a bigger door, bigger storage compartment. If I can get this thing to stay up, then I'll show you this. I'll open the lid and show you how big that hole is. Holy cow! One on each side. You can store a lot of stuff. It's even had little storage rings around it. I guess you can strap more stuff down here on this big flat floor. But yeah, there that is. Look at all that room you have across there. Holy cow. Pretty cool. And also this year, the first year, they went to a 6-lug instead of a 5-lug, which I think a long time ago they had 6 lugs. So everything old is new and everything new is old, but that's kind of how that works. Boulder Sheriff's Department. I've never seen so many of them. They must have got some guy surrounded. Must be importing some of that marijuana from Kansas. Oh. And it still has the optional V6 or V8. Okay. So we've got the Hemi. And that new e-torque mild hybrid system will be out for a while. Hopefully I'm going to go drive those sometime this fall. But I do like the progressive springs they put on these, because that was, when they first came out with this body style, they had straight coils and they had a smaller payload and towing capacity. Well, that makes sense. If you need bigger, you get a heavy duty. And that's what they said, and that's what I've said. And I thought that was a good idea. And then the next year, the competition just bugged them having such a low payload and towing capacity that they raised it without doing any of the coils, so it squatted more. Well, now you can get rid of the squat, because the progressive coils is how the 2500 was born with this new body style, and it makes a big difference in squat. So I like that. I think that part would work. And this has a 392, so we could do some good towing with it, but today's our off-road day.
Today's the off-road day. We don't have a trailer brake system. I don't see anywhere.
It's true, because it's probably right
It
there.
should be.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Oh, well.
They didn't tuck it somewhere funny that I can see.
It does have
It's
a
not right
receiver
there.
hitch, yeah. I just had to pull one of my small trailers with it. But, so I guess you made the right decision. And I want to show you on the tailgate, too, how they put it's all one-piece tubing, for what I call the post, the rear post tailgate hooks do, which goes all the way down underneath and up on the other side, which makes that quite a bit stronger. It used to be a real weak point in the old trucks before the second generation, because they didn't have big enough posts or even a post in the back corners. So they keep making that bed stronger, which I really like. Now they did, with this has aluminum hood, aluminum tailgate, and there's a couple aluminum
Quarter panels?
cross members
Okay.
that hold, like the transmission in and something else that are aluminum. So it's going that way. And this has, of course, the air dam, which is really cool. It drops down, gives a better fuel mileage, pulls up out of the way for off-road. But they have a trailer system on here. When you're pulling a trailer, if we had the brake controller and all the controls, it actually measures onto it. See the little trailer there? That's actually measuring how long my trailer is. Right? I've had this register at 30 feet, and I've had it register at 20 feet. The trailer is actually 24 feet long, so if you measure the tongue, that 20 feet would be very close. Let's see what it does. It's a terrible traffic road here. Yep, it's measuring it. And now, this time, it's coming in at 30 feet. When you turn left and turn right, it measures your trailer.
Oh.
And then when somebody tries to pass you, or does pass you, it beeps and tells you somebody's coming around your trailer. So you don't have to wait till they get halfway around your trailer before you know they're there. That's really cool. I tried that out in Arizona, and I thought it was fantastic. It told me, what was going on, and it worked out well.
Rock climbers.
Yeah. safer than what they have been in the past with the new splayed front frame that shoots out to protect you, and then the blocks for the wheels. And the headlights are improvement. That's a big thing with the insurance safety test is the headlights. They've got a lot of different headlight packages on this. They've got one on the top end that actually outside beam follows you around the corner.
Oh, so
Which is
it's
really cool. Of course, you got to get the top one in the line to get all those cool things. Anyway. And then they changed the anti-sway bar up front. It's actually behind the tire. And they're saying this has 20% improvement in body roll.
okay.
Which I've never noticed them being bad before, but I guess we should take some high-speed corners and see how well.
What do you mean high-speed corners? We're cornering at 60 going through the mountains.
Okay. Well, did you tell if there's more or less body rolling versus yours is lifted now? Your Eco Diesel.
My Eco Diesel is listed now.
So I don't know if you guys changed the anti-sway bars or any of that stuff.
We did.
Okay.
Just means I got to be a little more careful. This one though, it seems like it levels out.
Yeah.
I'm not over here sliding.
No, it's a very good handling truck. I just love the improvements they've done to it. And with the sport, because they call it the Sport Rebel, because there is a sport package on there,
Okay.
which is less on towing and payload. I should have wrote that number down, but that's what they're calling it. It's the Sport Rebel. So that's what it told me that number. I think it's 9,000 something. And this is a silver metallic, like red. Fuel saver MDS just does shut off half the cylinders when you're driving in Kansas. It says electronic stability control. It's always a good thing. The start assist, I don't know where that button is. Maybe we'll have to do that coming down in one school on the trail. Try the hill descent. We did that on that Lexus.
Mm-hmm. It worked
We were
well.
slip sliding away. Trailer sway control. It's got a rain brake support. What's that mean? When it rains and it brakes you.
It helps in the rain, so you don't just slide.
And we'll have to remind me to show you the backup camera, because they put that middle line in there like Ford has, which really is a good idea. And notice in the daytime, it's just like high quality camera. At night, it's a little grainy, but it's like super clear in the daytime. The camera screen off, and it's 8.4 in the console. That mirror on the outside should dim when somebody's has his brights on behind you.
Or when the sun's coming in or anything like that.
Ford Performance hood we have on here.
It's got a scoop or not a scoop,
Yeah, and I know the front ones might be real. I don't know.
Are they?
I'm not sure. I have to open the hood and look.
See if there's actually any
Yeah.
function to them or if it's just pretty.
Get some of that heat out of there. It's got
Some fins.
fins on the outside and fins in the middle. That's that sport hood. So I don't know if you lose some visibility or not.
I lose a little bit of visibility, but the seat goes up, so
Yeah.
you can make up for it.
Just with cargo tie downs. Yeah, I had no problem at all tying down that ATV in the back.
Makes it nice.
Yeah, I like that rail system.
You know, every time I get into my old Dodge, because I still have my 99 Dodge 3500,
Yeah.
and I look for my push button now and my knob rather than my gear shift and my key. So
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
getting spoiled with my new vehicle.
It's a little different. This is active noise control, which means it's kind of like an augmented sound. It's supposed to actually help dampen. I'm not sure exactly what it does, but it is quiet.
It is quiet.
It must work, whatever it's doing. It's got to work. Oh, it's got 9 amplified speakers with a subwoofer. 9 of them. Force the 4-corner air.
I had a big burger and French fries
Oh, wow.
right before washing my pickup. It still needs to be
Yeah.
washed.
Yeah, and you wash this truck. You're just handy.
I just sprayed it off.
You're just an all-around woman who can do anything. That's what you are. Talented.
Some days are better than others.
Yeah.
I split wood all morning, so
You split wood all morning?
yep.
Okay, that's gracious. Bun School's where we're heading. That's a really cool off-roading area. There's
Fun to camp, fun to four-wheel.
Yeah. There's like, what, an engine on top of there somewhere? An airplane engine.
Yep, there's an airplane up there, up the falls, if you can get up there.
But there's going to be a bunch of four-wheelers up here.
Probably.
So David and I are coming up on a Wednesday. Yep,
Everybody's up here to play.
Yeah, all the rentals are up here with all their trucks. Four-wheelers. Looks like they kind of think they own the road. They got their little, whatever that is. Is that for tips?
Tips bucket.
Yes, I think how many bar? 3 bars? Okay, let's see. It'll also tell you on the dash. I don't know if I can see the dash from here. But it will tell you when you go up. Go ahead and push it up.
Lowering.
Oh, you're lowering
Normal
it?
height, yeah.
Okay. You go up, yeah, go up the other way.
Selected ride height not permitted.
Really?
Aerodynamic height ride achieved.
Yeah, so that's like 2, and 1 is
Lowering
entry.
again. So here's the lowest we can go.
Okay, I'm going to go all the way back up.
Nope, it's still taking us down. Exit ride height achieved. So there's your lowest. Here will be your aerodynamic.
Yeah, 2 bars.
Whenever we get there. Aerodynamic is there. Normal ride height.
It's 3 bars.
There's your off-road height achieved.
Now how do we get off-road 2?
Selected height not permitted.
Huh. First of all, go ahead and put it in 4-wheel drive low. Let's see what we got going on here. You may have to be in neutral to go 4-wheel low. It's 4 high. Let's try. There we go, 4 low.
Yep.
I'm going to actually read the owner's manual so I know how to run all this stuff. Look at these rocks. Yeah, this is Bun School Trail. I mean, just the normal road of it is pretty much off-road. Now, you can lock the rear locker with that button there. If you want to do that, that would help.
Hold on, Kent.
Now I'm all over the place.
Hold on.
We're scaring this Jeep up in front of us.
Ah, he understands.
Yeah, this road is pretty wild. We're not even on the tough trails. We're just on the road. So did you put in that rear axle lock? Or don't you think we need it? I think we ought to
I
have
don't
fun.
think
Try
we
it.
need it.
Well, probably not, but got to use all of our assets. Man, I got the camera on the door because I didn't want it to fall off the front. I lost one camera last week. I don't want to lose another one. That rock. How come we're not climbing up on that rock?
Do you want to?
Well, yeah, well, I think we could probably have done it. This is quite a pretty capable off-road vehicle. You know, I always liked the Power Wagon as an off-road vehicle. I never really considered the Rebel to be a big off-roader, but now we got 2 inches of lift. I really like it. I think this could be a lot of fun off-road. It's still not a Ram Power Wagon, but this Rebel's a very popular truck, and I can see having a lot of fun off-road with this. And I think you're pretty well protected, and I think you got the right height. I changed my mind on this. I really like the Rebel. I think it's a pretty capable off-road truck.
Even without the reclining seats.
Even without the rear seat reclining on the Rebel. Yeah, these guys are climbing rocks. We're going to get behind these four-wheelers. Oh, there's Jeeps. We got a whole back trail of... I want you to keep going. I want to see you go to those trees up ahead of you. Boy, it's so cool living in Colorado with these trails that blow your mind. And the rocks and the trees. And we've seen deer on this trip. And four-wheelers galore up here.
It's time to play.
Yeah, it's a good trail. Oh, holy cow! Yeah. I think Kelsey still wants to see me barf. That's why she got all the windows open. Finishing up here with all the awesome features on this 2019 Ram Rebel 1500. This has 14.9 front brakes. As I recall, the back brakes are 14.8. That is big brakes. And this is a great-grandson of the big rig ones back when the second generation came out in 1994. I happen to have one of those. Electric parking brake is cool once you learn how to use it. It's also tied into some of that stuff with the brake system for, departure, not departure, but when somebody walks behind you or in front of you, all that stuff kicks in. And this particular Ram Rebel has a 392 axle ratio. Progressive springs if you go to coil and don't go to the four-corner air. This giant moonroof. And I like that floor storage. And what I was getting with this 400-pound ATV in the back, the Honda TRX 250X Honda, it's a sport quad, and they went from one end to the other to fit in there with the tailgate closed, which was good. But it's only about a 400-pound ATV. And our average was running between 15.9 and 16 miles to the gallon.
Hey guys, this is Andre here with the Fast Lane Truck, and I'm helping Mr. Truck, Kent, with this video. I'm in the 19 Ram Rebel, and I'm going up the Cliffhanger 2.0. The dare side, the most difficult side.
But on this key fob, it actually shows you when you want to get in, you can lower it by 2 inches, hitting it twice. You're doing it, there you go. That's so cool, and that's also how you would load it. So you get in the cargo, and then you can actually use it to raise it up, or once you get in and drive it, it actually will raise back up to normal height, which is where you saw. I think there's 4 different height adjustments. And then going down the road, it does this arrow thing where it drops another inch to make it more aerodynamic. And then off-road goes all the way, has two off-road buttons. One goes up an inch, the second one goes, rating or setting goes up 2 inches. So I really think it actually has value now. For the 1 inch when they originally came out, I didn't think much of just a 1 inch airlift. But a 2 inch makes a lot of sense to me. I like that. Now this one also has a 4-corner air ride on it. And of course it's all Bilstein Shocks, part of the off-road package. But this rascal too, you can get with coils. So if you want to put your own 6-inch lift or something, or a 4-inch lift or whatever you want, you can get the coil set up and do your own lift. But the coils are nice, and they're progressive coil, so they don't sag like these original coils did on this truck. Now they're progressive, so you're not going to have squat with a trailer.
Tons of pickup truck questions, right?
Right. Where do we go for the answers?
We go to the Truck Nuts book.
Because we're truck nuts. And we wrote the book, Truck Nuts. We're nuts about truck, the ultimate guide to buying a truck, or to looking at a truck, or judging a truck. Whether it's diesel versus gas, new versus used, what your teenagers should learn about trucks, all that. You do all kinds of cool tests.
Yeah, we do a lot of testing. We do the iGauntlet, world's toughest towing test, up the mountain and down the mountain. We do MPG testing on the highway, loaded with trailers.
Yeah.
We do off-road testing. A lot of that data is in this book as well, and it's a one-stop shop for truck information.
That's true. We test trucks, maximum capacity, up to the biggest grades you can do on the interstate.
Yep.
So we really put them to the test. And you can get all the facts you can't find anywhere else. We do MPG tests, which you can't find on any sticker anywhere. So, all that stuff that you can't find is in the book.
And you can find the book at trucknutsbook.com. There are links to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all the other bookstores as well.
So read about your truck nuts.